You know, they always say this is the morning show that eats.
Yeah.
That's why we have chefs. We have more chefs than any other show known to man. Today, Josh Capon is here. Hi, Josh.
Good morning, everybody.
Here he goes.
I love him.
Josh, actually, if you've ever seen him in action on TV or in one of his restaurants or at a burger bash at the food festival, wine festival, Josh is, boom, he's on.
Yeah.
But when he walks into the room, he's a little more quiet.
Oh.
I'm not so sure about that.
No,
I mean, come on. I'm not a morning guy, but this is pretty cool. And we're here bright and early. I already had a cup of coffee. I had one of your pop-up bagels over there to get the day started.
Oh, that's
My boy
right.
Adam Goldberg. No better bagel in the entire world.
We were bagel down.
He said he would dress up with us for Harry Styles Day, and he got all disco attired and everything, and he played. It was great.
That's nice, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, we dragged you through the
You give me an
grass.
excuse to throw on some 70s garb, and I'm ready to rock.
So Josh grew up here in the New York area, Rockland County, and so you've decided to stay here, even though you have a restaurant in Vegas, right?
We have our first location of Capon's Burgers in the beautiful brand new Fontainebleau in Las Vegas.
Wow, that's not bad.
If you have not been to Vegas in a while, I strongly suggest you pay that hotel a visit because there's a brand new $4 billion property, and everything about the place is absolutely spectacular. The culinary collection is second to none. The spa, the pool, the gym, everything about it.
Burgers.
The burgers, yeah, Capon's Burgers, award-winning burgers. It's pretty cool to have my name in lights in Vegas. Never thought that would happen, but it's really something special. And I was just talking to Jim Kerr, and if you haven't been to the Sphere, you must go see any show.
We haven't. Have you been to the Sphere yet?
Guys,
I have not. I really wanna
I am
go.
insisting that you guys take a group trip, a group outing to go to the Sphere. We'll set you up at the Fontainebleau.
Oh.
There really is the eighth wonder of the world. I don't care what
I
show
want to
you
see The
go
Wizard of Oz there.
Yeah.
Listen, seriously, that's next on my list because the movies are great too. It is an incredible immersive experience. It's something that everybody must experience, and I think you guys should all go out there for the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
You know, Josh, as a lot of things in Vegas do, they wear with time. At some point, maybe 20, 30, 40 years from now, the Sphere will be like, I'll be like gay porn.
I'm not so sure.
You'll
I
sit
gotta tell you, that
in the
place.
Sphere, and you'll see these big, naked gay guys like, slapping each other around.
Not so sure that's going to ever happen at the Sphere, but put it this way, I've seen every show
It
at the
happened to
Sphere.
Circus.
I've seen every show at the Sphere so far, and everyone
Whoa.
gets better and better because they're all learning how to use the technology from each
They
other.
said Backstreet was amazing.
I that's the one I haven't seen, but I really want to go see
yeah.
it because again, it's just it's fun.
So what's
I like
your favorite?
fun. You like fun?
I love fun.
For me, I'm a Dead guy, so Dead & Co. was probably my favorite.
Okay.
But I will tell you, I was really pleasantly surprised with the Eagles because I went because I wanted to. It was really, every song. They put on a great show. The visuals are great, and that was probably my most surprised.
So we gotta pump it up a little bit at the
Yeah.
Sphere.
Pump up
You know
the
what?
jam.
We need.
Pump it up.
Who do we need at the Sphere?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
I would take Bad Bunny at the
See, I would do
Sphere.
Bad Bunny at the Sphere.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's Josh Capon. He has got this energy unlike anyone else I've ever met in this business. So for instance, when we've done some of the events for raising money for kids' cancer, this and that, he's the chef that makes the loudest noise. Who's the most? I'm going to use the word obnoxious, but in a positive way. You always let people know you're there. Have you been like that since you were a kid? Were you always the loudmouth kid? That never shut up in class.
The first compliment was on my energy, and I take that very sincerely, and I really appreciate that because I get that a lot, and I think it's a very sweet thing to say about somebody because I think in the world we're living in, especially these days, like you got to just show up. You got to show up. You got to bring some positive vibes wherever you go. The obnoxious part, yeah, I get that. My wife tells me 99% of the world loves me, and there is 1% that can't stand me. But you know what?
No, but let me be very
Take
clear.
it or leave it, baby.
No,
Yeah.
obnoxious.
Right.
Obnoxious
I
to
hear
us
you.
is great.
No.
It means you have a presence, and that's your thing. Josh shows up, and you know he's there. And when you eat his food, even if he isn't in the restaurant, you can taste that loud Josh in every bite. Your food's fantastic.
I appreciate it.
What makes a great burger?
Listen, a great burger starts with it's a sum of all the parts. I think most importantly, you start with obviously a great patty. I get all my meat from Pat LaFreda. I have a signature Capon blend, chuck, short rib, and brisket.
So slow down. The Capon blend.
Capon blend.
It's short rib and brisket.
Chuck, short rib, and brisket. Usually about 80-20%, meaning 80% meat, 20% fat. Ground fresh daily. I think that obviously is where it starts. I think second is the bun at Capon's Burgers at the Fontainebleau. We're baking buns daily. It's a cross between a brioche and a potato bun, and the bun itself is spectacular. And then what you do with it, you want to make sure you treat it respectfully. I say cook your burgers like a steak. Make sure you get that nice caramelization, that Maillard effect that you're looking for, nice and golden brown.
Oh my God!
Don't
what
play,
a burger!
Don't play with your meat while it's on the grill.
I beg your pardon.
Right? Let the thing cook. Let it char up.
All right.
You're not supposed to press it down?
No. If I see you, if I go in your backyard and you're smashing that burger on the grill like 15 times, I'm going to take the spatula out of your hand and probably smack you in the face.
Ah.
I mean, by the way, even if you like it well done or cooked more, just let it cook. It doesn't mean you have to squeeze all the love juice out of there.
Right.
Well done doesn't mean have to be dry. And I think that's what people get confused
I'm making
about.
notes. You're going so fast. Okay, don't play with the meat and it's love juice. Okay, what else?
See where I'm going there? But what it's all adding
We're
up
going
to.
to see this at the Sphere one day.
Yes. But what I'm getting to is just cook with love. Like, I think one of my reasons I was so successful at the Burger Bash is, yes, we put out a great burger every time, and I had the same team involved in every one that we won. It's timing, it's coordination, it's making sure you can walk up someplace and there's like 50 burgers just sitting there. We were literally cooking to order. I mean, you were getting a hot, fresh, juicy burger every time. We cut them into quarters, so like when you got that quarter burger, you got that money bite, first bite. You're not eating around the outside. But I think whatever you do, and especially when it comes to cooking, is put your heart and soul into everything. Cook with a lot of passion. Cook with a lot of love. It's like that movie, like Water for Chocolate, where you tasted every emotion that she was cooking with at the time.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
But I mean it very sincerely when I say put your heart and soul, put your passion, and make people appreciate how much effort you put into it when you take that bite of a burger, of a steak, or whatever it may be.
Oh, you can taste it. Food is such an emotional heart. It's such an emotional piece of the heart. And I bring this up. I don't know if you saw the video that was out the other day. There was an American serviceman serving overseas, and his mom sent him a care package. I'm assuming, but I don't know. Definitely a Latino family, because she sent these enchiladas.
Amazing.
And you saw him open it up there in the Middle East, wherever he
Started crying.
And he started eating it, and he could taste the taste that he grew up with, the taste that he had on his mom's table every day, and he just lost it. This man was crying because it was love in there. And so if Josh Capon says put love in your food, you're like, well, how do I do that? There is a way to do it.
Listen, I'm literally getting emotional as you say that.
I'll send you the video.
I think that's the power of food. And it's one of the reasons why I absolutely love what I do. I mean, I think you can really nurture somebody's soul by cooking. I mean, send your boy in the army, send your boy a salami in the army, right? The cats is phrase.
Send a salami to your boy in the army.
But there's something about food that, like really, it just hits like nothing else. And I think in the world we're living in, and I say food's the final frontier. One of the reasons why I love cooking is it just brings people together. I don't care what nationality you are, where you're from. I think everybody celebrates more, and it's just when you bring people around a dinner table, and you're drinking and you're eating, like good things happen, man. People are smiling. I love being in the restaurant every night because I got a great crew in all my kitchens. My job is no longer to oversee the kitchens. My job is to just make sure everybody that comes in that restaurant is feeling the vibes, is having a good time. I touch guests in a way that I don't think anybody else does. I see everything. I know how to enhance their experience. And most importantly, give them a reason to come back for more.
Look at that, Josh Capon talking about that, and I know it's true because I've been in his restaurants. Then, we had Mario Carbone here the other day. He talked about his show that his restaurants put on.
One of the best.
It's but it rolls into the same vibe. So you take Gandhi out for dinner. She, of course, of Indian descent. Yes. She's Indian, We go out to like Tamarind or some great Indian restaurant in town, and you can see as she's chewing, she's tasting herself.
Nostalgia.
Oh,
Yeah.
food to me is it's a love language in itself. I love food, and I think that there's so much you learn about a culture through their food.
1,000%.
That it's so important to try food from other places because you will learn about the people through that.
The crazy Danielle from the Bronx, Italian American.
Yep.
Yep. You don't call it gravy, do you?
No sauce.
Okay, just making
Sunday
sure.
sauce.
One of my biggest gifts as a chef that you just mentioned is I have a big influence, especially on younger kids that don't like to eat like the pizza, bagels, and cream cheese hot dogs. I have a way to encourage or get kids to taste things that they normally wouldn't. And the parents are in awe of it because I think, like you said, food is part of
How do you do it?
living.
How do you do that?
Listen, I'm a chef, so I say, listen, this is what I do for a living. Like, trust me. And I get kids to taste things that they normally wouldn't and break down some barriers, because when mom and dad tell you to taste, it's like this, they're not going to listen to them.
Right.
And I think a lot of kids who are going overseas now for abroad programs, like, I'm like, immerse yourself in the culture, like taste the food, because wherever you go, food is such an important part of it. I traveled, one of my biggest, culinary educations came when I traveled abroad when I was younger. My dad encouraged me to leave the nest, so to speak, and I got into cooking to travel. And I traveled through Germany, Italy, Spain, and France for a year and a half.
Wow.
I learned a lot about myself, but I also learned a lot about food and and just ingredients and culture. And I think it's one of the greatest things we have to offer.
What made you fall in love with it, like in the first place, like with cooking and stuff like that?
How'd you get the fever,
Yeah.
Josh?
I got the fever for the flavor of a Pringle. Listen, first of all, I like to eat. I'm not going to hide it. I grew up a husky kid. Like, I just like to eat. But
Amen, sister.
I like to eat good food, and I used to play around the kitchen, and I complained about my mom's school lunches one too many times, and she pretty much said, "F you, kid, make your own lunch."
I love that.
And all of my early jobs, I worked in a bakery where I gained 20 pounds. I never lost. Really not a great job for a husky kid to take in high school. I was a busboy. I was a line cook. I was a dishwasher. But I just think there's something very, very genuine about it. Again, you give somebody a plate of food, there's no way you're not going to put a smile on their face.
Right.
Whether it's a burger or something fancy.
Okay.
Scary Jones, everybody. Fly Fish Club member, one of my favorite people on the face of the earth.
Do I need to be? How do I get a membership to?
You just
be a
did,
member?
Elvis. You just did.
Oh my God!
I'll tell you what, Elvis. You want?
I finally belong.
Elvis, I will give you a membership to the hottest membership culinary-driven club in New York City if you show up on Tuesday night to come see Tim Young with Scary and the crew.
Oh, the piano guy.
Yeah,
the
he
pianist.
is unbelievable. He is
Wait,
extravagant.
Scary's going?
Yeah, he is.
Nah,
He's got a book table.
I can't go to.
He's one of our VIP members. You got to understand. Let me tell you
Is
something.
there a membership above his membership?
Yes, there is.
If you give me that one, I'll be there Tuesday.
We
night.
like to treat all of our members the same, but no disrespect to Scary. Elvis, you can be slightly ranked above
Okay.
him, but I think you understand.
It's okay.
Come see Tim Young on Tuesday night. And this guy is just an absolute blast. And it's kind of what the club is all about. Come for dinner, then come downstairs to Cattail, our lounge, for a real good time.
You're a good time.
You recently opened up Capon's Chop House at the Riverside Square Mall in Hackensack. How did Ja Rule get involved in that project?
Ja Rule. Because Ja Rule is always on time. Ja Rule is my guy. Listen, Ja Rule is a legend in himself. We've become dear friends over the years. We've always supported each other. He has his new whiskey, Amber and Opal. And so it was funny. We were having a conversation at Cattail at Fly Fish Club, and I mentioned we were taking over the former space, which was LT Bar and Grill. He said, "Dude, that was one of my favorite restaurants. He lives in Jersey in that area." And I said, "You want to get involved?" He's like, "Yeah." And he followed up with me, and we became partners, and he's there probably once a week. What's great about Ja is he just gets it. You got to respect somebody. Like, I'm sure, Elvis, wherever you go, people recognize you, and people want to say hello, and people want to take a picture, and they want to be part of your history and of your journey. And it's always important to remember, like, you got to embrace that. And Ja's always great. Whenever he's at the restaurant, whoever it is that wants to say hello, take a picture, wish him happy birthday, he's wonderful, and he's brought great energy to the restaurant as well. And he's just a great dude. Really happy to be partners with
Well,
him.
how come I can't be a partner with you? I'm a partner with everyone else.
Write a check, big boy.
Okay, we have to take a break.
Capon's Burgers, you want to get involved?
I'm in.
Let's go. Paramus Burger Town Center.
I'm in. As long as I can be the head cashier on weekends, I'm good. Okay, Josh Capon's here. We're going to take a break. We're going to give something away in a minute. I don't know what.
I'll tell you what. We're going to play What's in the Bag. We're going to give away What's in the Bag.
Oh, better yet, we're going to give away whatever's in Josh Capon's pants.
Whoa! I don't know if I signed up for that.
All right, hold on. We'll be right back. Josh Capon is here, one of our favorite chefs of all time. Energy. The guy's got tons of energy.
And we're back.
You know where you are.
Good job.
All right, I'm not going to tell you what you're winning from Josh, but you're winning something if you're caller 100 now. Diamond! Oh, Diamond!
Yeah?
Can you take caller 100? We're giving away something from Josh.
Okay.
800-242-0100. Thank you, Diamond. I love you.
Love
This is
you,
a good
man.
one. If I was you, I'd start calling right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, break a finger. Just get it done. Shall we do it? Ask a chef. Josh Capon, he's been chefing officially for 30-something years. Oh,
Love that music. Great intro.
Bonjour. Ask a chef. Straight Nate.
Oh, I got a good one.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, so you're constantly back there slicing, dicing, mincing. You've got sharp knives, right? Right?
Yes.
Has a piece of you ever made it into a dish?
Oh, good question.
Can I plead the fifth on that one? The answer is no, but you know what's worse than that? Has a piece of a Band-Aid ever made it into a dish? How you doing? And the answer is no, my friend.
That's right.
Talk to me after the show.
In spring, Capon's Burgers opening in beautiful Paramus. Hey, ask a chef, Danielle.
Okay, so do chefs really get upset if we alter what we're ordering from the menu? Like I say all the time, hold the sauce or hold the mayo.
Light on the sauce.
Yeah.
No,
Do you get
no
pissed?
cilantro.
Yeah. Do you get pissed
Other
if we
chefs,
change it up?
other chefs would not like the answer I'm about to give you, but I'll do whatever you want. I just want to aim to please and make you happy. At the same time, trust the chef. Like, one of my biggest pet peeves is when somebody orders a salad, no dressing, and then they sit there and they take every piece of lettuce and dip it into the dressing. I understand you might not want a lot of dressing.
Yeah.
So it may be light dressing, but there's something magical when you toss the greens in a bowl with the dressing and they're all just perfectly coated.
Yes.
That's why you go to a restaurant. I had a woman the other day that brought in her own bottle of some skinny version of a dressing. And I said, listen, she's like, well, there's no sugar in here. I said, there's no sugar in my dressing. There's also 85 ingredients that I can't read on your dressing.
Right.
So I do say trust the chef. I understand maybe you don't want, look, my wife,
Yeah.
no gluten, no dairy, no butter. I respect those things, but I will work with you to make whatever you want, how you want it, absolutely delicious.
That's the chef.
I love
That's
that.
The chef. Yes.
I am a very, listen, I'm a very accommodating chef, and not many people, a lot of people, it's their way or the highway. I do not believe in that philosophy at all.
Like Scotty B, for instance. He sometimes will order a steak and order ketchup.
And by the way, I like steak on my ketchup. Yeah, I said it on live radio.
Wow.
See, Scotty, you're not alone.
Yeah.
Always ketchup on meat.
Yeah.
All right.
He's a big fan.
Hey, ask a chef, Gandhi.
Okay, you earlier talked about respecting a burger and the things that you need to do to respect a burger. How do you disrespect a burger?
Oh.
Put pineapple on it.
That's it?
No, listen, I think you don't want to kill it. You don't want to, I don't want dry. I think sometimes the toppings can get a little too crazy. But, there's no wrong way to eat a burger as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
When I eat a burger, I have to turn it upside down because the taste hit your tongue differently from the condiment from the top versus the bottom. Just a little screwed up. It's usually when I'm stoned.
So when
I
you're
do that.
supposed to eat sushi, when you're eating nigiri pieces, you're supposed to turn it upside down.
I do.
But,
I eat sushi with my fingers, and people are disgusted.
You're supposed to.
I-
You're supposed to. That's why we give you. You come to Ito, which is our omakase spot in Tribeca, one of the greatest omakase spots in the city, if not the world. You get little finger wipes where you clean your fingers. It's meant when you pick up a piece of nigiri, which is the fish served over the rice. If you try and pick it up with chopsticks, more often than not, it's going to break and fall apart. It's meant to be eaten with your fingers.
I
Lightly
always
dipped
do.
in the soy
Okay.
if you want it, and then in your mouth. One
Always
bite.
do.
Okay.
I use the chopsticks to when I go to the bathroom to put my thing in and out of my pants.
Hey, how you doing?
Scary.
Interesting.
Ask a chef with Josh Capon.
Have you ever been out to eat at a restaurant and said, "Oh my God, this is so good. I'm going to steal this for myself and put it on one of your menus"?
Why doesn't Scary get his own microphone?
Because of questions like that.
Come on, you know
Listen,
you've done it. Have you ever
Scary,
stolen someone's recipe?
The answer is 1,000% yes, and imitation is the biggest form of flattery.
There you go.
And listen, Nobu, come on, who doesn't have creamy, spicy rock shrimp on their menu or the yellowtail jalapeno? Like, if you're gonna do it, obviously show a little respect and make sure you do it as good, if not better, than the original.
One more question for Ask a Chef. Have you ever done it in the kitchen?
Oh, which
Not at
kitchen?
home.
Which
Not at
kitchen?
home. At the
I'm
restaurant.
gonna plead the fifth.
Oh, wow. A lot of plead the fifth here. I enjoy that.
Okay,
I'm just
fine.
saying.
Caller 100 is going to win something. Hold on. It's our friend Chris. Hey, Chris, West Milford. You know what? You could roll on in to have dinner over at Josh Capon's restaurant. You're not far.
Hi there every Monday.
Wait. You're where every Monday?
I'm in down by Riverside Square.
The shops at Riverside. You're there every Monday.
Yeah.
Chris,
Yep.
I want you to tell me the next time we're gonna give you a $250 gift certificate to enjoy yourself at Capon Shop House, and to go along with that gift certificate.
Oh, there's more in the bag.
I have a limited edition. Yes, I have a limited edition Capon Shop House baseball cap.
Oh, my God.
In front of me. And hopefully, we're going to connect offline. We're going to make this reservation through myself, and I'm going to hopefully be there to take you on a culinary journey of a lifetime. Because we appreciate your
that's
support of the Elvis
amazing.
Duran Show.
This is so cool.
And you're going to become a regular. And we got hats for everybody, by the way.
Oh my God.
We have a rule at Capon Chop House. You don't get a hat unless you come to the Chop House.
so
but
cool.
here at the Elvis Duran Show,
Oh, look at that.
everybody gets a hat. Elvis, you're first. What color do you want?
Yes.
How about green?
I'm going for green. I
There
love
you
that
go.
green.
What does it say?
that.
My signature slogan on the back, what did you say? A lot of times when people give me a compliment,
Thank
I always
you.
say, what did you say? Scary?
This is so cute.
Hey, Chris,
Which one?
when
Yeah.
you're eating
I'll take a green one.
when you're having dinner, make sure you ask for Chef Capon to show you where he did it in the kitchen.
Let's make sure we get her information. So,
I was just thinking that.
yeah.
Here,
I
hold on.
love
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I love the hats. Say it, love with hats. Hats
Love
are
with
fabulous.
hats.
Yeah,
Listen,
love
hats are one of the greatest advertising promotions
Yeah,
of all time because
truly.
people love a good baseball hat.
Yeah.
Everybody was on vacation this past winter, and everybody's sending me pictures of their hats by the ocean. It's great hat. It's great branding. They're great hats.
You will see me in a Capon's hat very soon.
I also
Maybe-
believe a kitchen and a kitchen crew is similar to a sports team, and I think it's really nice when everybody's wearing the same cap back there and part of a team.
I like that.
So
Yeah.
you know,
Another reason we love Capon's. Yes, straight name.
He's got great energy. I think the next time you're sick, we should just have him fill in. What do you
Okay, maybe like next 10 minutes.
I think again we touched on that earlier. I think everybody needs to wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm going to give out some really good positive energy today because I think the world needs more of it. And just show up. I always say you're either an asset or a liability in life. Everybody should be an asset. Bring something to the table. No pun intended.
Yes.
Bring something to the table. Show up. Greet people with a smile on your face. Hey, how are you today? And don't just ask the question for the sake of asking it. Look them in the eye and say, hey, how are you doing today? Because you got to check in on
And
your
don't
friends.
be an ass.
Don't be an ass.
And
be
that-
polite. Be appreciative.
What he just said, that is Josh Capon on a cracker. I like that. I'm going to ask you one more question, then we got to get out of here. You ready?
I'm not leaving.
No, we got
Nobody's leaving. I'm having a lot of fun. You got me out of bed at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm not leaving.
All right. Here's my question. What is there or has there ever been a meal you sat down and started eating and you actually got a tear in your eye and you actually almost wept because it just hit you so hard in the heart and it was just perfect for that moment where you were?
Ooh, tough one. I would probably say one of the greatest, most memorable meals I've ever had in my entire life. And it's not about the quality of the food or what you're eating. It's where you are. It's your surroundings. It's the people you're with. When I traveled abroad, my dad would come visit me a couple times and take me on these little voyages. And we went to Lake Como, Lago de Como. And there was a restaurant in the middle of the lake on an island called Isla de Comaniche. And it was the same menu for 100 years, and I could tell you the whole menu. It's a 6-course menu. It's immaculate, and I was fortunate to have that meal with my dad, which was one of the greatest dining memories of my life. And he's no longer with me, which is great because I have so many memories to keep me going. But I took my wife there when we got married on our honeymoon, and I remember saying, I'm gonna start crying in a second. I remember sitting down with my wife and just having flashbacks of being in the same place with my dad. Wow. And it was like it just came full circle, and I'm a mess over here right now. To me, it's what food. It's how powerful food can be. And it's not about, it could be a burger. It doesn't have to be fine dining. It doesn't have to be fancy. But here I am sitting here with my wife, and I have pictures of both occasions with the same staff that was there before. Wow. And to me, it was magical. And unfortunately, that restaurant's not there anymore. But when people used to ask me, one of my favorite dining experiences is that one.
We all have a favorite one, but you're right. It could be okay food, but it's the people you're with and what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Josh Capon, excellent. Thank you so much for being here today.
That's it. Is it really